He's leader at quarterback. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Huskies and the Patriots. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is here. Today is Week 9 match. We're all set to go. So they'll be looking Charles to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched the game tape and their victory last week, they put together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays and special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they come in offense. Just to toss it like a season down on the final 2 bring us big week in it. And here's the just beyond the goal line.
That's some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that target. You might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's
So
first
2 days
play
ago,
on
I went on
second
a little Target shopping spree getting stuff to organize my house. Today, and most of they're rolling back their DEI policies and
Got an open
practices.
man, it's Burnett.
Second with me,
9
which I
yards
don't
the
have
pick up there, and it's a first down.
Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB.
People taking to TikTok in defiance and urging others to do the same. One woman filmed herself returning everything she purchased, while another admitted this was the perfect excuse to finally cut ties with Target after routinely spending all her money there. Meanwhile, Tabitha Brown and other Black brand owners featured in stores like Target and Walmart have urged Black consumers to rethink the boycott, warning that these actions may ultimately hurt the very communities they're trying to support. I've also noticed more voices speaking out about the counterproductive nature of these protests, especially considering the impact on Black-owned brands. So, one of the things I wanted to think about though, Marissa, who did Retail While Black and Target While Black on Instagram, made a great point tonight that I want to share with you. She charged us with being more targeted in our shopping. One of the things that she knows this retail space, she's been talking and working with brands for the last couple of years, and one of the things that most people don't realize is that the brands, when they're in a store, they are responsible for moving the product in the store. So if a brand, Black-owned brand has, inventory in Target and it doesn't sell, that Black-owned brand is basically trying to charge back. They are responsible for the cost of not selling that product. So, yes, we want to boycott all these stores because it's sitting. And so instead of boycotting it completely, I want us to consider, I'm not saying you have to, but I want us to consider possibly being more targeted in what we buy in the store. So that means if you live somewhere and you gotta go to Walmart, you're buying the Black-owned brand in Walmart. You're buying a small business in Walmart. If we're going to go to Target, that means I'm going to buy my favorite Black-owned brands in Target. As long as they're in these stores, they still need consumer dollars to make sure that the product moves and they are not hit with a bill that is astronomical that can really be detrimental to their bottom line as a business. Because a lot of these businesses in these stores are still small businesses. So that's just something for us to consider. Like I said in the last video, you're definitely going to bankrupt some of these businesses. If their sales drop any further, you're one going to prove their product can't sell through, which means Target and Walmart will dump them. If you can't sell, no one is going to want to deal with you. Then you have to think about the cost of getting rid of the product. I'm talking about they have to discount.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Bonner working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down.
It's always a wonder how they get this guy in the long they did.
years for me. They've always involved in baseball, even though it's not January 1st.
We're scoreless after one. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession. As they
Ravens
got it with
fans,
first and
as
10.
long as they're in these stores, they slowly shoot up.
Off play action.
Change functions to be more targeted and short. You can't tell this target. It's really spending all his money there. Meanwhile, down the ground, and other black brand owners, featuring stores like Target and Walmart, have urged black stores to rethink the boycott.
And he'll get put down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the gun on third down. Bonner, he's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots.
What I love about building control is just the idea that one person can make a difference. Trial runners were the ones that gave us our principles and what we value our freedoms on that. About 85% of America can't stress legal help. Just if you can't afford it, it isn't going to work. It doesn't matter who you are. You deserve to have the good so long.
Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be too.
My name is Angel Rivers. I'm president, CEO.
They have to discount it or return it. Instead, they'll be losing money on each unit. I saw some people in the comments saying, well, they can just move the product to their own website. But you do realize that's not just some digital operation. You still have to physically pay to remove those products from Walmart, Target, or Amazon, and then they're not just stored in one place. Walmart is nationwide. Target is nationwide. All of the SKUs are not just in one location. And it's not free to ship all those products back. Really, once you get them back, where exactly do you expect them to put all the product? In their house? Most of them don't have the space. They'll need storage. That's going to cost. Then you're also telling them to boycott Amazon too. So you can't use Amazon warehouses. The cost of them coming up with their own warehouse without any notice at that. Their own insurance, their own employees, and the headache they have to go through with that too. You also have to think about those fulfillment costs. That's going to be even higher. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible. It's definitely possible. But by the time they're done doing all of that, you know most of them will be out of business, right? Do you know how much money they would have lost doing all this? They're going to be in the red. And when you're already dealing with small profit margins, all of the extra unexpected cost of logistics will totally destroy their business. On top of that, their sales will drop. Why? Because all these folks telling them to basically bankrupt their own business will not see it through and patronize these folks in mass numbers consistently to account for all of their losses and taking away the visibility they once had. After throwing all these temper tantrums, essentially they'll be killing all these businesses, leaving them for dead.
So I'm guessing Target, when Trump go out of business, you know it's time to start shopping at a business when the business starts filling itself. And it's not about what you did, it's about what you said. I'm hearing that Target said they don't need more money in the money anymore. It's just like Walmart, you don't need you. See, the thing is, these big businesses need support. Dropping their stores. To go there on a regular basis. And they think that we're the people that we're the people that pay you. And with that being said, there are a whole bunch of other places that spell the items so we go to other places and get the items that you spell for cheap. Another thing, since we get technical, people have been complaining about your prices. People have been complaining about customer service. People have been complaining. They kept coming back.
Okay, problem solved now, right? Don't go back. You probably need to stop spending all your money anyway. All this consumerism, when most of the same people don't have the emergency fund 6 months to a year, think about it. If you stop retailing all the time, maybe you can build that emergency fund. But whatever, don't go back. Let's see if they stick to it. Move right along.
Reach family, listen, if you're not respected where you spend your money, then you should not spend your money there. You know, they're calling for a boycott of so many of these companies that have pushed DEI out of their company. And if they don't think that your money is good enough, that you're good enough to work there, then why would you want to spend your money with them? You know, when I think back to our ancestors, they were so smart and they were diligent in their efforts. They all stuck together. When they called for action, they all took up that action. And you know what? It was powerful because they did not have social media. They did not have cell phones. They did not have the internet. But yet, when one person or two people got together and said, this is the way in which for us to move forward.
I can't take the scoring, the delusion, or the what about your ancestors argument. Lady, our ancestors have nothing to do with these Target or Walmart DEI programs. For some reason, y'all keep trying to make Black Americans the face of this, even though we barely saw any benefits from these initiatives. You know who benefited the most from DEI programs? Non-Black women and the LGBT. Black Americans, especially Black men, were the least likely to benefit. So I'm sorry, Black Americans really need to fall back. This is not our problem. You barely see the main beneficiaries complaining. Why? Because they do what they always do. Rather than Black Americans, then sit back and watch us crash out for them. Nah, not happening this time. Black Americans, focus on yourselves. Drink your water, take your vitamins, exercise, get your sleep, go to the doctor, take care of your families, build strong relationships with your husband or your wife, cut back on consumerism, build your emergency funds, invest your money, and mind your Black business. This is not our fight. And letting people like Al Sharpton and these other opportunists who hustle money from Costco or whoever drag us to these fake demonstrations, making us the face of DEI when we're the last ones to benefit is ridiculous. So no, put it out.
And let us move forward. It's not about taking action and just protesting in the streets and yet still spending dollars with them. Do you understand what I'm saying? And you know what? There's a list of those that have made those decisions, and I will post them on here. So let's move forward in unity, in agreement, because we know that God is in control.
Pay attention to the businesses that wrote back these DEI initiatives. Now, first it was Meta, then it was Facebook, then it was McDonald's, now it's Target. Oh yeah, and Walmart.
Officially into the second half of the season. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the 49ers who are out front with that game closing in on halftime.
Y'all think y'all slick, huh? Now I need the people with common sense, with purified intelligence. I think do a whole bit on this subject right quick and use all our energy combined to relieve the foolish of being wild thoughts thinking. These companies are racist. These companies are prejudiced. These companies don't have hidden motives when it comes to minorities. Why don't they? Why don't they? Why are they scaling back? Help me understand. Come on.
Like, what are you gonna do? What do you want me to do? Like, what do you want me to do about that, bro?
I just want to see if y'all really want to stand on business about not shopping at Target.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still
So Target just announced that they ending their DEI policy, and all of the say is, I'm still going to shop there. Everybody's talking about they barely Target, they're not going to shop there. But what about Walmart? What about Amazon? What about TJ Maxx? What about Lowe's? What about Home Depot? What about Kohl's? What about all these other stores that ended their DEI policies? What y'all gonna do? It's crazy because Walmart actually ended theirs 2 months ago, and y'all actually walking in there shopping all up through there. Me personally, I feel like there's so much for things, serious things, right now that's happening that we need to worry about.
I know the Target. Like, I don't have a problem with nobody my money. But who I'm substituting up and up with? I do the papers and weights. Who and how do I substitute them? Because they quality and pricing is great.
All down my timeline, I would say about a good 95%. of people on my timeline are saying they're going to go ahead and boycott Target. We're not going to shop with you guys. We're going to return everything. Yada, 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 yada.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Let's be real here. Nobody is on standing on business on stop shopping at these stores. So it's pointless, honestly. I mean, let's be real here. Nobody's going to stop shopping at these stores. They'll do it for 2 weeks and then be right back at it because we don't have those resources at all. Like, call it for what it is. We don't have those resources to continue to buy where these stores are not allowing this to happen. We don't. Argue with me if you want. We don't. She's 100% right. Absolutely. That's exactly what I was saying in the Tabitha video. Telling people to stop shopping somewhere, but you don't have an alternative. And it's not just Target, Walmart, Amazon, Home Depot, or Lowe's. It's a bunch of companies. But you're telling black-owned brands to remove their products from these businesses, but you don't have a black network from the sourcing and manufacturing process to logistics, distribution, and mass retailers to see it all through. Once upon a time, a long time ago, we had it, but y'all didn't want that anymore. So you wreck your own black businesses just to go sit at the lunch counter with white people. And then once you got these brands on the shelves with white people, now you're still mad, telling them to wreck their businesses once again to separate from the same white people you wanted to be included with. All at the same time, you don't have an alternative plan. Instead, you got Al Sharpton hustling y'all talking about going to Costco. Okay, tell me what black brands y'all want to buy at Costco. Obviously, they didn't think this through.
There's a lot of people upset and angry that Target and Walmart ended their DEI programs, and now they're saying they're going to boycott Target and Walmart. Let's just be real. Let's talk about it. You know you're not boycotting Target or Walmart. You know that these are your to-go places where you're just upset and then that the media has convinced you that it's going to affect your life in some type of way. Most people, and I'm just going to say it, black people, you are not benefiting from these DEI programs. These programs were aimed to target and uplift people that were transgender, people that would hold more democratic ideologies, that working American black person was not accepted in no way by DEI programs. Okay, so you know, you just allow this media, this propaganda that's being put out to make you say something that you know is not true. What else are you going to stop at? Are you going to buy your things from your local grocery store? No, because the price tag is much more. So you go to places like Walmart and Target, aka Target, to get your items. You're not going to boycott anything. You're just follow. You're going to follow the trend, whatever this media is telling you to do. Walmart and Target, don't worry about it. They're going to still be in these stores and buying their products. You guys got to stop being so simple-minded. Stop letting propaganda infuse you to get on this internet and say things that you really know you don't mean and you're not going to do.
You have to admit, she's right. These folks are using us once again to raise stand about something that was primarily benefiting other people.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it.
Just got my tempo delivery. Let's check out and see what we got inside. Have a busy schedule, so it's nice to have some kind of a nutritious, easy meal around. So first one, I think I'm barbecue and potatoes. I believe they're calorie conscious. Chicken and corn rice bowl. Creamy garlic salmon. Got an orange beef bowl. We have a shrimp and bacon Alfredo, which is a fan fave. So we got them all. Can't wait to check them out. They're easy. Looking forward to it. Have fun.
You'll never pay for Netflix again after seeing this.
Netflix and Apple pray you never find out about this. This tiny device lets you stream movies from any premium platform or paid channel without the costly monthly fees. Just stick it into your TV's HDMI port and you're ready to go. It's called TV Smart, a tiny TV stick that once plugged in lets you access every single channel and streaming platform you can think of in one place. Imagine having access to cable, Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, HBO, Spotify, and the rest without paying any monthly subscription fees. It's so good it should be illegal, but I assure you it's not. Let me break it down for you. Instead of paying for 5 different streaming platforms yourself, TV Smart lets you enjoy all those platforms without costly monthly subscriptions. It all started in 2020. Remy.
You experience at the grocery store, what people touch and feel. This week, we were talking about bacon on the campaign trail.
Of course. Of course.
Those things, when do consumers actually get to touch and feel a difference in their life?
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Vice President J.D. Vance's interview on CBS Face the Nation with host Margaret Brennan. Now, before we get into the interview, which of course I do have in the box or the bio, I just want to say one thing. Margaret Brennan was ridiculous throughout this entire thing. And it wasn't necessarily the questions that she was asking. It wasn't really about that. It was the way in which she would ask the questions. Kind of sarcastic and swarmy and, you know, that type of HR lady grin all in your face. I did not like that at all. And you know what? In my humble opinion, the reason was for her behavior is to try and just make him look like he's dumb and discredit him. You're coming into the conversation with bad faith. You're coming into it automatically trying to discredit him rather than trying to inform the American people, rather than trying to reassure the American people you have an agenda to carry out. That's what it looked like to me from the beginning. I don't want to poison the well, but I'm just calling it how I see it straight away. Now, before I go any further, let's get to the clips again. If you want to see the full 20 or so minute interview, I will link to that in the box. If you're on IG, Facebook, visit a link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
You campaign on lowering prices for consumers. We've seen all of these executive orders. Which one lowers prices?
We have not. Now, let's pause for a second. Let me go back a little bit. They keep talking about the prices. Okay, you guys campaign on prices. You guys campaign on inflation. Well, okay. As soon as you clock in for your very first shift, Mr. President and Mr. Vice President, we want to see the price of everything go back to 2019. That is unrealistic. You could do some things to stop the bleeding. You could do some things to reduce prices, but it's not going to be instantaneous. Like, all right, as soon as I take over, I'm going to just slash the price of everything. That's not how it works. It's got to take time. It's going to take policy. It's going to take a lot of different moving parts to move in the proper way. But let's continue.
Prices. We have done a lot, and there have been a number of executive orders that have caused already jobs to start coming back into our country, which is a core part of lowering prices. More capital investment, more job creation in our economy is one of the things that's going to drive down prices for all consumers, but also raise wages so that people can afford to buy the things that they need. If you look at the executive orders,
see, that's what I'm talking about right there. So the price is going to come down. I don't like that at all. Because you're not listening to them talk, you're just trying to cut them off and make them appear to be a buffoon. This is a strategy. It's not a good faith argument. It's not a good, this is not the practice of a good interview at all. Laughing in his face. This is, I can 100% guarantee you, something that she planned on doing before she ever sat down and said one word to him.
Margaret, prices are going to come down, but it's going to take a little bit of time, right? The president has been president for all of 5 days. I think that in those 5 days, he's accomplished more than Joe Biden did in 4 years. It's been an incredible breakneck pace of activity. We're going to work with Congress. We're, of course, going to have more executive orders, and we're going to try, the way to year lower prices, you encourage more capital investment into our country, and yes,
all right, so that's one. Let's keep on going here. We got about 2 or 3 more clips. This is a little bit more about the whole inflation piece. You're going to see quite a bit of that.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Back to throw. Jones. It's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. The Patriots send out their punter as he punted away for the second time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll end up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And now they're the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Off-play action. Bonner. He finds his man complete. It's good. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That'll give him 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Up the middle they go. Young. And he'll go down right around the 47. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's 1st down. Looking to throw. Bonner. It's got his man. This is 2. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about 4.
Sometimes we can get a little watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he runs like a wide receiver that goes out of his business.
Yeah, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counting on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the old days. But you can flex that out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
On 1st down, Bonner. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for play calls because you know all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making a match efficient for the defense. They have what they wanted, and he just couldn't
hang on to the slant. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete.
And now it's spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Again, that's up the threat.
And he's taking the grab, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here comes the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Certainly, those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
Let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them a significant run. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try to rise up from the comment.
Back to throw again. They'll run for those 2 points.
Just because you got to play the ball, it doesn't mean you have to play the city. Like if it's a play call there to push it downfield, that's how I did it. He finds his man. That's to the 15, maybe the 41, and then it's clearly athletic. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They face a critical 3rd down and needing a score here in the late going. With that incompletion, reality is staring it right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap. And this one is long down the middle.
And we are all tied here in the final stages. So big chance to get this back even with that throw right here. Too much time on it. That's an outfield. The other way that does you.
Exactly right. You didn't get overtime yet. So now as a defense, you got to think to yourself. You can't play for defense. Just get the right jump and stretch your field. But you also can't let anyone behind you. It's right on the line between the two. That's the stretch your kid and not make it easy for the ball to go down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Jones. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time all game. That's the first time getting to the quarterback side of the one. And, you know, they had 5 last week.
And you have to find out as a set of balance. Not necessarily just hitting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different things. And they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things that slow down the speed. They get to them here in the second half. Now they got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down. It'll wind up incomplete.
And in a spot like this, a tie game, if you can hit one of these home run balls, it could be the only ball game. But boy, you run the risk of an interception, and that could be what loses you the game. So a lot riding on every play. That one incomplete.
Hold on here.
Let's run. Let's see who has a player who is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to it, and we will step aside.
The Patriots send out their punter.
As the drive goes back, so he's on the way. He'll take it at the 42.
Oh, nice move. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7 on the return. And it was the first to take over. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get the field goal range. Look at the clock. They take the time here to tie the game. What are they doing?
No concentration at all. Got to get a couple of chunk plays. Nice distance. Target the sidelines. Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stays running. If the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always lean on you.
Here's second down and 3.
Back to throw. Bonner. This is stopped by Tate. Now the Patriots are using the second of their timeouts as they'll stop just over 4 seconds to go in the game. On first down, and he'll get this one down about the 10-yard line. The Patriots take their third and final timeout. As the clock is stopped for 37 seconds. And that one blown up quickly. As he's going to be stopped before he can get started.
Kids make some push from that assignment. We do a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to catch the field goal.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter play.
And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said.
Gotta get better kicker trying out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone you know that always take with you. And this guy is as cool as they come, isn't he?
That's at the line, ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here for us up here in the booth. It's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators are probably scratching their heads.
They're a little crazy right now. Let's face it, friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Points certainly not in the preview here.
I guess if you should have been an outstanding comeback, though, that something completely take control to change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming the way that they were playing it. In the lead after 3 quarters, a little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a one touchdown swing, it was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So for Anchorage, the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year. They will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for New England,